I must apologize. A senior African National Congress cadre was to present this 2015 Luthuli Housekeeping Report, but Comrade Marius Fransman was suddenly called away. He is not answering his phone. And so as a member of the ANC, you must understand that I am not permitted to really have any opinions in public or speak for the party without specific clearance from the NEC. So therefore, I am here today speaking in a personal capacity as a Gogo, a citizen, and a Christian. We have all seen a film where a man walks up to a stage in a small hall filled with other people, and he looks very nervous, and he's sweating, and he stands in front of the microphone, and he says, "Hi, my name is John, and I am an alcoholic." And all the other people in the audience, other alcoholics, all say, "Hi, John." The only way for an alcoholic to confront the disease of alcoholism is to admit it. I drink, therefore I will not drink. The only way for a racist to confront that disease is to be honest. I am a racist, therefore I will not be a racist. I will not judge people because of the color of their skin, or how they dress, or what they eat. I will not be a racist in the city traffic when the township taxi cuts in front of me. I will not be a racist when politics passes me by. I will not believe in the superiority of my race. So, is racism the new virus that has no cure? Before you've even asked that question, most people answer, "No, I'm not a racist." Well, let me hereby lead with a rare example. I am a racist. Ek is 'n rasis. Ich bin rassistisch. I was born in 1935 into a racist family. I went to a racist school and a racist church. My God was a racist, and so was his son. I married into a racist family. I became the wife of a racist member of a racist parliament, who served in the racist cabinet of a racist prime minister, who was praised by a racist press. My children were brought up as racists. In fact, till my 59th year, if I wasn't a racist, I would be locked up in jail as a communist and a terrorist. Yes, an enemy of my country. And it is only because a man came out of the darkness on the 11th of February 1990 and gave me light that I realized that I no longer had to believe that it was politically correct to be a racist in South Africa. Nelson Mandela allowed me to stop being scared of who I was and to celebrate what I am, an African who is not black. Prejudice? Is that word a polite way for the pot to call the kettle? We suffer it every day on television. Prejudice against people of color, speaking another language we don't understand, making us feel like tourists in our own country as they mess up our language by mispronouncing circumstance and category, being unable to articulate complicated numbers in millions and billions and trillions. No wonder our rand is becoming a cent. But our prejudice does not allow us to realize that these voices are in a second, sometimes a third language. That even the president struggles with English. As I might say, John Forster also struggled with English, as did most of the National Party politburo of those past years. President Zuma should make his State of the Nation address, the speech, in Zulu, my magtig. Yes, with subtitles, it's because we don't speak his language. We didn't bother to learn Zulu. He bothered to learn English. But now for a good story. South Africa has nearly completed its 21st year of democracy, and considering where we come from, we are doing remarkably well. Everybody's fingerprints are on the silver chalice of freedom. Everybody has the right to be seen and to be heard. And so democracy will never be perfect. And so it isn't. It is confused, it is corrupt, it is crippled, it's unfair, it's elitist, it's infuriating. But it's the best thing we have. Either we accept that and make it better, or we shrug our shoulders and allow our hiccup of hope to slide into the mists of historical memory. In a healthy democracy, the people must lead and the government will follow. But there are new obstacles littering the highway. Today's social media forces us down high roads and along low paths. On Monday, fees must fall. If only they would, but they won't. On Tuesday, roads must fall. Alas, the only roads that do are the ones falling prey to potholes and disrepair. What will our hashtag trend today? Xenophobia must fall? No, not fashionable anymore. And tomorrow, economic equality must fall. My Scott, it's already happening. We're all soon to be equally bankrupt. But yes, racism should have fallen 22 years ago. And yet, today, it just keeps trending, being retweeted, and retweeted, and retweeted. I keep on saying to everybody, please don't press send after the second glass of Chardonnay. It seems the powers that be think that the Americans are pulling strings to influence our politics. Well, today the American presidential primary takes place in New Hampshire. I am fascinated by that reality TV show. I bring the young cadres into my kitchen in Luthuli House, where I have a TV on all the time, and I say to them, comrades, watch and learn. Those American candidates talk, argue, attack, apologize, retreat, and still have to do it all over and over again till November. Yeah, the Youth League and the Women's League, they watch and then they laugh. They say, no, Gogo, what's it got to do with us here in South Africa? Bernie Sanders is an old white man. Hillary Clinton is a rich white woman. And I say to them, it's not about who's white and who's right. It's about stating a position and defending a point of view. Why is it that the only local politician that seems to speak sense to power is Julius Malema? Last week he said, among other comments that would really appeal to Mr. Donald Trump, Julius Malema said, not all Afrikaners are racist. So who am I to argue with him? That would be racist. F.W. de Klerk and Adrian Vlok are now being accused of crimes against the nation. Who am I to defend them? We all got away with it. So can I now repeat? I did not know what was happening. Ek het nie geweet nie. Ich habe nichts gewusst. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, with her ANC super PAC, is our Hillary Clinton, eh? But where is our Bernie Sanders? We just have a Zuma who can't count and too many Zumas who shouldn't count. Whereas in the United States, they have a Trump who can't finish a sentence. And here in South Africa, we have our own Trumps who can't even start a sentence. If we don't learn from those who put their mouths where their money is, we will be stuck with the inspirations from Russia and China as to how democracy is supposed to be run into the ground. So what can we expect from the opening of Parliament this year? Could it be a sequel to the chaos of 2015, or, as number one would say, of 2015? What lies in wait for the digital media The speaker, again wearing a hat she borrowed from Alice in Wonderland. Armed police, once more, storming into the chamber, disguised as wine stewards from the Blue Train. Die rooi gevaar of the EFF again supplanting the official opposition as the noise of the people. Whatever, it cannot be business as usual. Someone who knows more than me said to me yesterday, "Fasten your seatbelt, Tannie Evita. It's going to be like an SA Express flight landing in a Port Elizabeth storm." Of course, thanks to Dudu, no ANC members fly SA Express. That's Dudu, in Nene, in Gogo. I don't know if I have to laugh or cry. Meanwhile, hashtags have gone feral. After the huge poster of Zuma must fall was magically smeared across the 12 stories of the Cape Town building, there were mutterings that after the Nene nonsense and now the Nkandla playback, the solution could be to encourage President Jacob Zuma to resign for health reasons with full amnesty. The people of South Africa would then donate Nkandla to him as a farewell gift, and an airport would be named after him too. Imagine, the J.G. Zuma International Airport in Uppington. All I could suggest from my kitchen was, give the president a T-shirt that says Zuma must fall, and let him wear it with one of his big smiles. That pointless campaign will die an instant death. But fear not, Jacob Zuma will not fall. There are just too many grateful, rich comrades clustered around him in order to keep him upright. Until, of course, he behaves like an all-powerful statue of dictatorship. But must the statues, the old statues of Cecil John Rhodes, Paul Kruger, Jan van Riebeeck, Queen Victoria, and Louis Botha fall? History is history, and is usually written by the winner. But every South African now has the freedom to celebrate their history, their struggle, their survival. So let us leave the past where it belongs, behind us. Remember where we come from so we can celebrate where we are going. If statues fall today, people will fall tomorrow. I have the perfect setting, the perfect resting place for all unwanted statues at EVITA'S Perron in Darling. It is called Jurassic Park. Need I say more? We are waiting for those old racist dinosaurs. I am tired of white people complaining. I am so depressed by the white noise. Do you know that we white South Africans have been given the greatest liberation since 1994? We are now totally irrelevant. No one cares a damn about us. So we can do anything and everything to make this country a better place. We don't need permission to go to the local school and help the learners with their homework. We don't have to submit tenders to share our optimism and hopes. It can just be done by doing it. We are what we do. It seems history will soon repeat itself and turn tragedy into tweets. I've been approached off the record by persons who wish to remain anonymous for obvious reasons. They are from France, Italy, Greece, Hungary, Poland, Holland, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, the United Kingdom, and Germany. And all they say is, Comrade BEZUIDENHOUT, we are having a little problem in Europe with uninvited guests. Maybe you can help? Surely you remember the way it was done so successfully in the old days? Yeah, during apartheid we called it influx control. We had pass laws, mixed marriage acts, locations, townships, group areas acts, a population registration act that made sure who belonged where. It's easy to rub out colored, black, Indian, Chinese and replace them with Muslim. Who would have thought that apartheid was 25 years ahead of the world? So are we white South Africans prepared to take the back seat? Believe me, as a member of the ANC from a protected minority, I have found the back seat very comfortable, as long as the driver isn't drunk or carrying a forged license. We whites can never, and we whites will never again lead, but we can lead by example. Things will not go back to what they were. What you see is what we've got. This is it. Let's make the best of it together. Till recently, my year had 365 days. Today, my year has 2 days. Today and tomorrow. What I do well today will enrich what I live tomorrow. Hi, my name is Evita, and I am a South African.
Evita, Evita, and you know what we mean. Evita, Evita, always on the scene. Evita, BEZUIDENHOUT, Evita should be queen.